I am in the parking lot here at the Y before work. Notice that I do a video and update you a little bit because it's been a while since I've done any sort of update or anything. I have been trying to lose weight for a very long time, and recently I have chosen to start taking the steps that someone would take if they were going to have gastric bypass surgery. And I'm not having surgery. I've chosen not to go that route. I'm trying to move out of the light there a little bit. Anyway, I've chosen not to have surgery. It is still a possibility. It is still there, but it's the absolute last tool in the toolbox in my mind. I don't want to do it if I don't have to, but it is there just in case. So, in the meantime, I'm taking all those steps that someone who did want to have surgery would normally do as they're working up to surgery. I'm very thankful to have a hospital that takes the time to really go through it with you and really make sure that you're ready and that this is the right decision. I went into this thinking I wanted to have surgery, and now I'm pretty sure that I don't. So, very grateful for very caring people who are taking their time to kind of work through that with me and are still there to support me no matter what I choose now or in the future. So I have seen a nutritionist. I think I told you guys about that. I went in, I saw a dietitian on my own, and kind of set up what my daily caloric intake should be and what my water consumption should be daily, exercise, how much exercise I should be doing, and, maybe some ideas on how to get it in. I spoke with a behavioral therapist to figure out exactly what my particular eating problem was. Are you a binge eater, compulsive eater? Are you an emotional eater? Do you eat to make yourself feel better? Do you just eat because you feel hungry? Do you eat way too much? There was a whole list of things. And I'm mainly just an emotional eater. I eat when I feel kind of crappy, and I eat to celebrate, and I eat for pretty much any emotion, but definitely the negative emotions the most. So I did that part. I have gone through the 12-week health program, which is the weekly weight loss support group meetings that I was going to every Wednesday before work. I made it through that program. I'm done with that now, which kind of sucks because I really enjoyed the people that were in the group there at the very end, the people that, I had really gotten close to. Thankfully, I have at least one lady, kind of two, that I have continued to have a friendship outside of the program itself. So that was good because that was one of the things I was looking for, was to make those real life connections with people. And I was hoping the group would do that for me, and it has. So I'm done with that program. And those they were like classes. They had a certain subject that you were going to go through in that class and talk about and learn about. This new group that I'm in now is less structured. The old group was called Health. This is called Health for Living. It's kind of the next step. It's the continued support without a structured class that you are specifically learning about like the other classes were. This is more or less just kind of talking and supporting each other and giving each other help and ideas and whatever. Just kind of whatever support you need to keep you going and keep you on track and losing weight and feeling supported and feeling cared about. That's what this second class is. And this one is, as I understand, this one is unlimited and you can just continue to go. It meets twice a month, but you are welcome to go only once a month or twice a month, depending on how much support you feel like you need. So I did my first meeting of that last week, and one of the women from the other group was in this group, which was really nice. So I feel like I've reconnected with her, and I kind of love that because, again, that's that real life personal connection that I don't get online. As much as I love my online groups and really cherish the support that they give me, it's different being in person with somebody and actually talking to someone face to face. I don't know, it's different, and I enjoy that face to face. So I've done all of that stuff. I saw an endocrinologist last week, and they started me at ground zero, which just kind of irritated me because of all this work I'd done before, but whatever. I'll do whatever they want. It's kind of like when we were having infertility issues. I don't want to do all this stupid stuff again, but I'll do it because that's how I'm going to get a baby. It's kind of the same thing with the weight loss. I don't want to have to start here at 0 when I'm already up here at 5, but I'll do whatever I got to do to make the doctor happy to get the help that I need. So I went to the appointment. They had a little class beforehand that kind of talked about weight loss and the things that you should be doing and the options that the clinic offers you. And you had like a questionnaire to fill out. I don't know, it was whatever. There was another lady there who was blind, so she had to have everything read to her, and then she had to say her answers out loud and had the other person write them down. And I felt really bad for her because while they weren't super private questions, it's still mildly uncomfortable to have to share your answer with everybody else that's around. Thankfully, I was the only other person in the class, so she just had to share with me. And then after that, you go to see the doctor. Again, thankfully, I was the first one they chose to go see the endocrinologist, and I went in and I talked to her, and we discussed the things that I have done so far and what future plans were. She made me set 2 goals. One had to be a food goal and one had to be an activity goal. So my food goal, God, what did I say? Oh, yeah, it was the meal plan. Maybe I better write this down. Meal planning and working on the weekends to make meals ahead of time that I can freeze, that are easy to pop in the oven while I'm at work, or if I'm just having a crappy day and don't feel like cooking. That way we're still eating something decent and healthy and not giving in and going and getting fast food. My activity or exercise goal is to decide between either getting a gym membership at Planet Fitness or seeing if I can get one here at the Y. And I don't know, just trying to decide which one would be better. I kind of want the Planet Fitness one because I work at the Y, and well, I don't really work at the Y. My program works out of the Y. And so I can go in, but I can't actually use their equipment unless I'm doing it with the program. So, swimming on Fridays, yes, that's fine. Coming in and swimming on a Tuesday, not so much because I'm not with the program. So there are some things I can do when I do it for work, but otherwise I can't. I would have to get a membership. So do I want to get a membership and come here on my days off, which kind of feels like going to work? Or do I want to have that separate? Because the Planet Fitness, too, is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, except for a few holidays, I'm sure. I haven't looked. But that gets me away from work, gets me away from the house, away from the kids, away from all the other distractions where I can just focus on myself for a while. So I'm leaning towards the Planet Fitness one. My next appointment is in 1 month, at the end of May. And in that time, I'm supposed to do these 2, decide on a gym and get a membership and focus on the meal planning and snack planning and having that stuff easy and readily available so that I'm not tempted to go after the bad things. The other thing I discussed with her, I told her I didn't want to have surgery. And she said, that's fine. We can do everything else except surgery. Whatever you're comfortable with, and if you change your mind down the road, then we'll talk about, how you've changed your mind. we discussed there's some endoscopic type procedures they do now where they take like a balloon and they put it into your stomach and then they fill that balloon up, and that obviously reduces the size of your stomach and what you can eat. She said I'm too heavy for that. I don't know how you're too heavy for that, but apparently I weigh too much for that procedure and they won't do that. I don't want the surgery, and I've already done all of the other stuff kind of leading up to it, so now we're kind of smack in the middle of all that's really left at this point is medication, which I'm okay with. Short term. It's obviously not something I want to be on forever, but it's something that I'm willing to try short term to try and get over that hump and doing it more on my own. So she gave me a whole list of medications and it's got all their pros and cons, any medication contradictions, any major side effects that might make it not worth taking the medication, how the medications even work, and it's broken down into different classes. Appetite suppressants, the ones that block fat, that kind of stuff. So I went through and I discussed it with her a little bit, and I've done a little bit of research on my own, and I'm still undecided. I know that I don't want to do any of the fat blocking ones because they all seem to have the possible side effect of not just loose stools, but just the bowel incontinence, and I don't want to poop myself. I don't trust myself enough to not accidentally eat something or even purposely eat something that I shouldn't and then poop myself at work or something. I don't want to have to carry extra pants around or have that embarrassment. So I immediately said no to those drugs. There's some other appetite suppressants that I looked at. The one I can't take, I think it was the Belviq. I can't take that at all because it contradicts with my antidepressant. I think it's SSRIs you can't take, which I am taking, so you can't take that and the Belviq at the same time. The other two, it was one of the major side effects was increased depression and mood changes, and the last thing I need is something making me feel worse when I'm already on another medication trying to make myself feel better. So no, nothing worse. And then kind of the last two, and these are the two I'm trying to decide between. The first one is phentermine all by itself, which is an appetite suppressant and a stimulant, so it gives you a little bit of energy. And the second choice is the phentermine with Topamax, which is a seizure medication. But the combination of the two medications in one pill, which you take one pill in the morning every day, with the phentermine suppresses your appetite, and the Topamax gives you an artificial full feeling so that you feel full before your stomach actually gets full so that you eat less. So you're not as hungry, you feel full faster when you do eat, and so the amount of food you eat is less. And again, it being a stimulant, it'll give you more energy and you're more likely to get up and get moving, which is something I have noticed with the Wellbutrin. I can kind of feel when the Wellbutrin kicks in, and then I want to get up and go do stuff. So I'm hoping between the Wellbutrin and phentermine that I'll have more energy to get more done around the house, spend more time with the kids, want to exercise more because that, the kids, my husband and my kids and my family, that's the main reason I'm doing any of this, is because I want to be here for a long time and I want to be active in their lives. So right now I don't feel active in anything really, but I want to be more active, and I just want to feel like I am actually enjoying my children while they're young and participating in my kids' lives and my husband's life and my life. Well, I'm still generally young. I've got a birthday coming up in a few days, but I'm still pretty young in the big scheme of things. So in a month when I go back, I can give her my official decision on which one of those two I have chosen. She will write a prescription and we'll get started and we'll see how that helps. So, anyway, that ended up being kind of a long update, but that is where I am. That's how things are going. Weight loss is not going great at all. I keep teetering between the same 10 pounds, and hopefully this endocrinologist can help me. I keep hoping that there's something. I keep hoping that something kicks in and something pushes me over the edge, because I feel like I'm on that fence and I'm teetering back and forth between gaining more weight and getting more sick and losing weight and getting healthy. And I just feel like I'm on that fence and I can't get myself over to the healthy side. It just won't go. I don't know. I don't know what to do. So I just keep trying until I find something that's eventually going to work. Something that's eventually going to click in my head. Something that's just, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Something's got to work at some point. I have no problem being plus size, but I'm no longer healthy. I'm no longer able to move. I'm no longer able to participate in my own life. And that is not okay. It's not okay for me. It's not okay for my husband. It's not okay for my kids. It's just not okay. So I need to find whatever that is that's going to be to push me over the edge, push me off the fence, get me off the fence, just knock my ass off the fence. Anyway, I gotta go to work. So thank you for watching. Please feel free to like or subscribe if you like these videos. If you have any questions, let me know. Any opinions on those medications, anything that has worked or hasn't worked for you, let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys later. Bye.